Hey guys, welcome to my newest, series of what if Naruto had the Niko style. So it'll be like a Naruto getting trained by Tokita kind of ish, and Naruto just learning the Niko style. So yeah, I'm gonna give you guys a summary. And this part zero, and to part one. So it'll be kind of that gist of it. And so mainly part zero's just like the background for part one and going into the last round of the tuning exams. So let's get into it. It is the 1 month period in between the tuning exams, and Naruto stumbled across this man named Tokita while looking for Ibisu. As the man looked down on the boy and then saw a man with glasses looking for him. As Naruto was faced dead at Oma, and the black-haired man smiled at the boy, and then he sees that Ibisu guy wanting to catch Naruto, as then he touched Naruto's shoulder and body flickered him to a waterfall or to another location. And so as Naruto looks around with bleary eyes as he sees the waterfall with the house behind him, and then next to the house there's a creek, a lake. As Oma said, it looked like you wanted to run away from that man, so I took you to my home. As Naruto looked around and Oma went to the waterfall to relax, then Oma asked, why were you running away from that man? And then Naruto was going to respond by going to lay in the waterfall also, and then he said, he was going to train me for the tuning exams, but I didn't want that. He's a huge pervert and a loser. As Oma chuckled at the naive boy, or not naive, but just exhilarating boy, that would be the right word for it. But Oma nodded, and then he saw something unique about the boy. I don't know, he felt like a presence within Naruto that he wanted to unleash. And then Oma said, with the tuning exams, you say, I can train you for it. And then Naruto peaked up in amazement and excitement, and then he said sure. And so as they both just had their small talk, talking about how Naruto's life was and how Oma's life was. And so when they got off the waterfall, Naruto looks at Oma as Oma got into training worth clothes, as then he also gave Naruto his own clothes. He gave Naruto more or less like when Oma was trained by his master Niko, Niko, he didn't really train in gi. He didn't really train like a martial art person. So I don't need to make his clothing any different than just normal streetwear. So I guess Oma had changed into a black shirt. Alright, so after Naruto got on a black shirt and orange shirt, a black shirt and orange pants, Oma introduced to Naruto the four katas of the Niko style, which is Adamantian kata, Water kata, Flame kata, and Redirection kata. These four kata are vital to use the Niko style, he said. And then he told Naruto that he wants Naruto to have a good understanding of two kata by the end of this month, which is the Adamantian kata and the Redirection kata. Now Tokita and Niko show Naruto what he needs for the Redirection kata. That's the first kata he learned. And so then Tokita, or Oma Tokita, showed Naruto how to unblock or get the amazing kinetic vision you get when training with the Redirection kata. And so with what Oma trains him in, Oma basically makes Naruto have a good understanding of kinetic energy, and then Naruto ends up gaining by like a week or two. Like in a week or two, he gains this kinetic vision thing, and then he learns how to redirect the person's force right back at them, which will be vital in this match against Neji. And so after that, then Naruto learns, after those 2 weeks, like Naruto just has a very basic understanding. He's only like he just knows how to, like, if a person's throwing a punch at Naruto or a jab at Naruto, he's just able to redirect their force back at them. Like, it's nothing special. It's just like basic things with the redirection card. It's basic. And so after that, we go to the adamantine kata, and also with the redirection kata, Naruto isn't able to perform it a lot of times as it physically drains him a lot, as he just learned this thing. He didn't master it, so it'll drain him a lot physically. And so with the adamantine kata, this is the more difficult part for Naruto, because with the adamantine kata, it's like muscle flexing. I put like a picture up on the screen for you. Yeah, I'll just put a picture up there. It's like you're flexing all the muscles or all the nerves in your body, and so it's more like muscle flexing or muscle conditioning, like karate, or well, not normal karate, but basically bone conditioning, if that makes sense. So with what we know, Naruto is just training his body a lot during this time, and then by the end of the 3rd week, going into the 4th week, Naruto is able to flex the major parts of his limbs, like his fist to arm, other fist to arm, and his legs. That's it. He's not able to do it at a great level like Oma can, but he's able to do it a bit with that. And also, this drains a lot of energy from Naruto flexing his muscles, but it makes his muscles and his body more denser than it already is. So he has denser muscles and shit, and stuff because of this. So yeah, what's the next? Yeah. So at the end of this 4-week period, Naruto goes on to the Chunin exams, but before Naruto leaves, Oma said, "Naruto, I'd advise you, in the first part of your match, don't use all your cards immediately with the Niko Style. Fight like you usually do with the Shadow Clone, try to swarm Neji, and then by the middle-ish, or when I gave you he just said scratch that. When I gave you a nod and say do it, that's when I want you to start using the Niko techniques, and I'll tell you when, Naruto." And Naruto smiled and said, "Yes, Oma Sensei." And then Oma nodded, and then Naruto went on his way. Oma had a feeling, this boy is really special. And so as Naruto heads to the Chunin exams, as him and Neji have a stare down looking at each other as they're about to have their fierce battle, and as Neji looks at Naruto and says, "Naruto, why are you so mad?" And then Naruto pumps his fist right in front of Neji and says, "You think I forgot my promise, Neji?" Naruto said. He said, "I didn't forget my promise. I promised Hinata that I'd stop you." And then Neji smirked back at Naruto, and then they got ready in their battle stances to fight. As Naruto said, Shadow Clone Jutsu, according to Oma's plan, Naruto did what he basically did as Neji plowed through Naruto's clones like they were dust. They were too easy for Neji. And then after like a while of Neji just beating up Naruto, as Neji even hit one of Naruto's clones on the heart, which made that clone spit out blood, and then Naruto came out of nowhere and kicked Neji, which almost landed Neji, but Neji successfully dodged out the way. As Naruto said, it's almost like if he has eyes in the back of his head. And then Oma got out his seat, as Naruto can see his sensei Oma, and then Oma nodded at Naruto and said, "Naruto, do it," as Oma yelled, as Hiruzen was like, "Was that who Naruto was training with all this time, as he hasn't heard who Naruto trained with this entire month. Like, people all around the village were looking for Naruto. It's almost as if Naruto disappeared for a whole month, but Naruto was just really training with Oma. And so with knowing this, Naruto got into his Niko Style stance, and then as Neji ran at Naruto, as this wasn't like no clones, no, they just ran at each other. And so for some reason Neji was confused. Like, Naruto's doing something that he was more or less confused about. Naruto's clones wasn't able to keep up with him, nonetheless Naruto. And so now Naruto's able to actually dodge and weaving Neji's attacks. With the body conditioning, he also trained a lot. And his body got way stronger, he got way faster. Naruto, just using his clones, he wasn't really trying per se. But now Naruto's going full out with the Niko Style. And so as Naruto and Neji are not really touching each other, just throwing attacks at each other. But Neji gets one or two hits here or there, like sometimes. And so then right when Neji went for a vital point near the chest at Naruto, Naruto caught that fist, and then redirected that same force right back at Neji. And so since he uses kinetic vision to redirect the force back at Neji, Neji's whole thing, Neji actually disables his own chakra point in his arm, or like in his hand. And so Neji, so that halted Neji for a second. Then that gave Naruto enough time to get a clean hit on Neji, punching Neji back. And so Neji looked shocked, and he was like, "What was that?" And so Naruto then explains, "You see there, I used this thing called redirection kata. I redirected the force right back at you, Neji." And then Neji looked in shock and astonishment. And then Neji was like, "You won't do that again." And then as Neji and Naruto went right back at it, fighting, just keep on throwing hands and fighting, like in the zone, fighting and stuff. And then Neji gets more hits on Naruto as Naruto gets more fatigued using his adamantine kata and his redirection kata. The only reason he's even keeping up with all these attacks done to Naruto is the adamantine kata. That's where it comes in important. And so after Naruto gets all his chakra depleted just from swapping hands with Neji, as everybody sees that Naruto begins to go in the back foot after a few minutes of just swapping straight hands. And so everybody was even shocked that Naruto can even go close distance with Neji and do this and like just straight out brawl with Neji at this rate. And so then as Naruto lost all his chakra, as he fell into his knees, gasping for air and coughing, and then Neji was like, "It's over for you, Naruto." As Oma looked in disappointment, and then Naruto remembers something, a memory per se. You see, Naruto begins to have that same feeling he felt when he fought that snake guy. And so then as Naruto's grasping for hope, as then he looks at Neji with pierced eyes as he gathers chakra, as Nine-Tails chakra comes out of Naruto. And then Hiruzen was like, "That's the fox's power. How did he learn how to use it? Does that guy know the fox?" And then Oma was surprised but enjoyed. Like, I don't know what he did, but he did something remarkable. And so then, since Naruto hasn't used this usually when he did against Jiraiya, this isn't a experienced Naruto literally says, I'll even put the scan for you. He literally says this chakra is stronger Then when he fought Neji, and no, when he summoned Gambabunta, he said, so that Naruto was experienced with using the Naito's chakra, but this time this Naruto's not, so it's way weaker than it was against Neji. But Naruto was also swapping hands with Neji and did take one of Neji's chakra points, or even some of his chakra points. So this Naruto is still, it equalizes itself out per se. And so as Naruto runs at Neji and Neji runs at Naruto, both of them pretty much fatigued. Both of them just swapping hands, swapping attacks as they go for a final clash. As they both clash kunai, Naruto smirked as then he used the QB chakra energy he got to use all the force Neji used to rotate at him to use Neji's force, and then his force, using all that kinetic energy to shoot at Neji. And this force knocked Neji all the way back, knocking Neji unconscious, with Naruto barely standing, blood rolling down his face and fingers as Naruto drops to his knees with his kunai following with him. As then people look at Naruto and was like, he did it. Naruto Uzumaki did it. As everyone in the crowd got up from their seats and started clapping at the amazing show Naruto showed, they were all shocked that the Kyuubi brat was able to do this. They were all shocked that Naruto Uzumaki of the Hidden Leaves was able to stop Neji Hyuga. And Oma had the proudest smile on his face. Proud he used the redirection kata to beat Neji, and Oma couldn't be prouder. And so after this, Naruto went to his seat as everybody wondered, as his classmates wondered, where did Naruto learn all these martial art techniques? Because normally the two fighting styles of the Leaf, or the best fighting style, or the best taijutsu of the Leaf, is the Goken style and the Hyuga style. But this is different. As then they asked Naruto what is his style, and Naruto said, it's the Niko style. As everybody looked in shock, the Niko style, as Naruto smirks at them, said, yeah, it's the Niko style. And so Hiruzen was, thinking, and so he was like the last person who I've heard use his style was an S-class ninja of the Hidden Cloud named Tokita Niko. Tokita Niko was a strong man. There was a rumor in the Second Great Ninja War, he took down 1,000 Leaf Ninja with just a style called the Niko style, as his style was remarkable. He didn't use any chakra-based attacks. He just used his straight hands, knocking out people left and right. And Tokita Niko was also in part of this Cloud Ninja mercenary group called the Akaza. And like the Akaza used to just take down ninja and take down mercenaries as the Hidden Cloud. I guess you can say the Kage for the Hidden Cloud hired the mercenary Tokita Niko, an S-class S-class mercenary, to fight in the war. And Tokita Niko was the strongest until he fought Tobirama. Until he fought Tobirama to the death, and then they both died there, as Tobirama killed him and he killed Tobirama. And then Tokita Niko died a legend, with his only student being rumored to be Oma Takeda. And so this is it, guys. Well, not it for the thing, but yeah, I will. Please like, subscribe, share for more. Tell me if you liked it, and yeah. Also, guys, please like, subscribe, and share for more. And if you guys want part 2, get 30 likes on this video. 30 likes, 30 likes, 30 likes. Yeah, 30 likes, and you got a part 2. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Will be what if Naruto had a Tensei gun or some stuff.